Hello everyone, welcome to LoCast episode 5, well at least the reshoot of episode 5. I'm here with my co-host Aidan Dunn,
These nuts.
and today we have definitely our most famous guest yet. Frat Mouse. We have a well-known TikTok star. She has her own famous birthdays page, a successful merch line. Welcome to the show, Teia Bui.
Hello. Hi.
Hey Teia, how are you
Hi.
doing today?
I'm great. I just woke up.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
not like before the show we had to force you to download Discord and just to get you on the show and messaged you and called you an ungodly amount of times. But we were kind of stressing beforehand. We were like, well, if Tia's not here, we've already been like hyping this up for like a week now. If Tia's not here, then we're just going to do this by ourselves.
Did we disappoint so many people?
Yeah, we would
Well-
disappoint a lot of people.
Can they see me?
No,
On,
they
like-
cannot see
No.
you.
Okay, cool. So, I'm ready for questions. Also, my girlfriend's coming to pick me up in a little bit, so let's...
All right, great. So, yeah, we can make this shorter if we need to. We just want to get out some of the basics. So, when did you start? Like, you're most well known for your TikTok account, which, how many followers do you have? Like 300,000 or something like that?
300,056, I think.
Wow. So, when did you start doing TikTok?
Like, not this December, but like the December before that. So like,
Okay, like 2018?
yeah, December 2018 probably.
Wow. So, would
Did-
you,
I was gonna ask, did you know you'd be pretty successful? Did you have any idea? Did you kind of like expect it?
No.
Well, I feel like she probably didn't. She's being modest because she's a mildly attractive lesbian. Of course she's going to get famous on social media. I mean, that's all people really want to see.
Wildly attractive lesbians.
Well, yeah, that's all I want to see. What would you say your first TikTok that kind of blew up was? That gained you a lot of attention
TikToks with my ex, probably.
with your ex?
Or
Is
like
that
my side TikToks.
is that ex Carson?
Yeah, we don't like her.
Can we go on a segment about her real quick?
I don't care. Sure.
All right, so on
Oh,
YouTube,
wow.
you have a pretty active fan base, and when you and Carson broke up, they made some Tia and Carson sad edit videos of just pictures of you guys with sad music.
Yeah.
And you know, Aiden and I, we were watching those and just cringing at them because
Really?
they were so funny.
Yeah.
They are actually really.
Well, I won't lie. I kind of cried too, though.
Oh.
Aiden
Just
was
a little
very
bit.
upset because
Yeah.
his favorite person in the world was hurt.
Who?
I don't know. I'm just making that up.
No.
But we wanted to
God.
do a challenge. Like, even though it's been like forever since you guys broke up, we wanted to make a Tia and Carson sad edit of our own. And
Oh, really?
so we wanted to gather a ton of pictures and clips of you guys and just make an incredibly sad edit. And it'd just be out of nowhere, considering you guys haven't been together in like how long? Like, who knows?
October.
Since October, exactly. All right. I wanted to talk about your merch line. So you have a fairly successful merch line. If you look up Teia Bui on Google, images of your merch website will come up of people wearing your merch. And so how do you feel, or how do you how did you really just get into getting merch done? And how much have you sold, and how much money have you made off of the merch?
I started my merch line with TC Social Club. I probably sold about 9 or 10. I only get $10 for each merch sold, so I probably made like $100. It's not really about the money I'm making. I just like spreading like who I am, I guess.
Would you say you're kind of egocentrical or narcissistic, considering your merch is just a picture of your face?
No, that was just the easiest design because I'm not very creative.
Hmm. So we've known you for quite some time. You were the first person I met when high school started. Um, and I'd consider us relatively close friends. Same with Aiden. And you know, I think that the fame has gone to your head, you know? I feel like you're
What thing?
too famous now on the internet. You know, how much do you get recognized in public?
Not that often.
But it still happens,
But you
just people
still
you
would,
don't really
right?
know.
You still do.
Sometimes.
That's
See,
cool.
that's kind of crazy. I got recognized once, but I don't even know if it was for my YouTube channel or not. I went into Krispy Kreme and I was ordering a donut and the person taking my order he was like, "Wait, you're Logan." And I was like, "Yeah." And I'd never seen them before, so I assumed it was from YouTube, but who knows? Um, so I want to hand something off to Aiden. Aiden, what did you want to ask Tia?
Mm. Oh, just so you're on a lot of different social media platforms, Tia. So like what's your favorite one?
Um, I mainly am just on TikTok and Instagram. I like posting pictures on Instagram because I like taking pictures and I like taking pictures for other people. But TikTok is pretty easy to make videos, so I like TikTok, probably my favorite.
You know, you have a famous birthdays page, which is pretty cool. If you ask me, when I saw that you had a famous birthdays page, that was when I was like, man, I need to become closer with Tia. So once she becomes really rich and famous, then she'll give me stuff. Um, you know, what was your reaction when you saw that you had a famous birthdays page?
I was like really happy. I was excited because someone told me I didn't know, and it was just really cool. I didn't expect it to go this far.
Wow. So, do you have a YouTube channel currently with like just one video on it, like something Visco Girl? Do you
Yeah.
have any plans of furthering your YouTube channel, or do you want to keep it more condensed down to Instagram and TikTok?
I'm probably gonna make another video with my girlfriend soon.
Mm. You know, I have a YouTube channel, multiple actually. I have this podcast channel and my main channel. And you know, I'm probably going to put this up on my main channel so I can get a lot of your fangirls to subscribe to me because that's really what I need, you know? You know, Tia, I don't want to pressure you into doing anything, but part of the contract to agreeing to come on this podcast is you have to shout it out on every single one of your social medias
Um,
and get all of your fans to subscribe. So you're gonna have to make like a TikTok about this. You're gonna have to make multiple posts on your Instagrams about this. Like, you know, it's not for us really. It's for you, so your fans can get to know you better. Because what I've learned is on social media, you'll live forever basically in the eyes of fans if they know you personally. Because if you're just making content and you try to change that up and they don't really know who you are as a person, then they'll just kind of leave you if they don't like what you're doing. But if they like you as a person, then you'll have a stable audience forever. So this is really for you, not for us.
okay, I was just gonna post it on Instagram, like my story, and put like a swipe up link because
Well,
that
no,
sounds.
that's great too. But we also are gonna need your TikTok and
Maybe even like a little bit of YouTube.
yeah, maybe even a little thing on YouTube. Like, guys, I was on LoCast. Click the link in description. Because this is a
Okay,
pretty successful podcast. We have listeners on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast, and YouTube.
nice. Very proud of you.
Yeah, last week or 2 weeks ago, we had Frat Mouse on, the one of the biggest growing bands right now, and they were super cool. They shouted us out on their social medias and made TikToks and YouTube videos about how great we were. Right, Aiden?
Yeah, I like their live stream where they just completely just praised us and just gave us all
Yeah,
sorts of
they did a live stream literally just
yeah.
talking about how amazing we were and how
That's
much they
pretty cool.
loved us.
Wow.
And we gained an idea from Frat Mouse. It's called Dude Stew, and we were wondering if you'd want to participate in Dude Stew. It's a
Well,
podcast
they,
where we get a
well,
bunch of
they already
dudes.
yeah, well they already kind of like copyrighted Dude Stew, so technically
We have to
it's more
call it
like
male
male
soup.
soup. Male soup, yeah.
It's where we get some guys in a hot tub and we just record a podcast while in a hot tub. Like we just get a microphone just like on a little boogie board in the middle and we just record this podcast in a hot tub and we try the water before and after and see if our guest has changed the flavor of the water.
Flavor what?
Well, yeah, water has a flavor to it and people can change that flavor.
Gosh.
That's why it's called soup. You just keep adding in the ingredients.
Yeah,
Do you
it's
want
soup because we in every season at the end we finish the soup and we just get a big bowl and drink it.
you drink your own bath water basically?
Well, and our guest
So it's
bath
other
water.
people's bathwater.
So you want me to drink bath water?
Well, if you don't put it like that, you can make anything sound bad if you word it the wrong way.
You would like me to sample the bath water to see if the flavor changed?
With us, of course. We'll be doing it too.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's get into some more existential questions. So your audience can know you personally, about your deep personal life that's very private to you.
Okay.
If anything is too much or you don't want to answer online, I will not cut it out. I will keep it in anyway.
Okay.
So, are you religious?
Yes, I'm Christian.
You're Christian. Do you think?
Yeah, I'm not like super devoted, but I do believe in God, so.
Do you believe
I
in good old JC, Jesus?
Jesus Christ. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, that's good, and anything to keep you going, really.
I believe
What
in Jase.
Jose on Froy?
Yeah.
Tia, how do you feel about Jose on Froy? XXX Tank Top Sean.
XXX Temptation.
No, it's Tank Top Sean.
Okay. I liked X. He was a really good music creator, I guess. I didn't know he had a religion. Is that what you're saying he has?
Yeah, he has a sort of a religion. For the people who believe in Jose.
Like Ja.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a pretty well known religion. Were you upset when he was brutally murdered by a gunman?
Yeah, I was pretty upset.
Which death affected you more, Juice World or Jose?
Probably Juice World. Although Juice World did overdose on perks, the thing is, Juice World was more inspirational to me because I listened to his music more and I related to him. Because yeah, but X, I listen to him sometimes, but I never really listened to him that much. But Juice WRLD's dead.
We ask all of our guests this question. We asked Frat Mouse this question, and we're gonna ask you now.
Okay.
Do you think abortion is murder?
No,
No.
I do not. I believe women have the right to decide on what they want to do with what's growing inside them, a ball of cells. But the thing is, it depends on when the abortion is done.
Yeah.
If the baby is already it's over a certain amount of time, and it's already growing to a fetus, then it should not be aborted. They should catch it earlier on. But the thing is, if it's just a ball of cells, the woman has the right to abort because, what if they were raped, right? and they had to carry a rape baby inside of them, then they should have the option to abort that baby because that is their decision and something they'll have to live with the rest of their life, you know?
Well, they might. Well, I may agree with you. I don't really give my opinion too often, but for the sake of being devil's advocate, but they might not have to live with that baby the rest of their lives. They could put it up for adoption, let's say.
Well, yeah, but the pain of having to birth a baby that you didn't want, that you were forced to basically conceive this baby, like you did not want it, is a terrible moment in your life where you were raped and like you were against your will had that baby. Like that's not fair. They should be able to make the decision to abort the baby if they feel like it. You know, it's a woman's choice. It's a woman's body. They're the one having to carry the baby and birth it. So I think women should have the right to choose if they want to.
But so you think that like it shouldn't be done after a certain point?
Yeah,
Like,
if it depends because yeah, like if the baby's already like a baby and not just a bundle of cells, then perhaps they should discuss other options because that baby is a baby now. You know?
Yeah, some scientists theorize that the fetuses or babies cells whatever they can feel pain pretty early on, and I don't think that you should kill something willingly that can feel pain. But if it's before it can feel anything, then
You guys like my outfit?
yeah, Tia, we like your outfit. For the audio listeners, she's wearing jeans and a shirt. But yeah. So also, if you had just all the money in the world, you didn't have to worry about going to college. You didn't have to worry about anything the rest of your life, basically. What would you do as a career? What would you want to go do with your life?
If I had if I had a ton of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had no worries or any job or responsibilities.
You could choose to have a job, to choose not to. Just what would you do with your life if you didn't have to worry about funds?
Well, if I didn't have to worry about finance, first thing I would do is travel the world. I would just travel, see every single part. I would go to Vietnam because I have family there. I would go to Australia. While traveling, I would donate money to like organizations since I had money that like kids in need, like the forest fires in Australia, the rebuilding, all that stuff. I would just donate money, and then when I got back to America after like a couple years, because I'd be traveling for a long time, then I would like start a business, start organizations. I don't know. I would just do good things. I think with my money, I would invest it too.
Well, that's a pretty noble cause. What were you saying, Aidan?
No, I was just saying. Well, like after she travels, she's like just trying to get her name out.
Yeah.
With the business and stuff.
Sort of like what Bill Gates has done now. He sort of, as one of the richest men in the world, disassociated himself with Microsoft and works to donate money and help organizations and make vaccines for viruses. Just a pretty noble guy. Personally for me, if I had all the money in the world, I wouldn't donate it to anyone or anything because they should work hard to get their money, just like I probably did to get all that money.
What about like orphanages? Would you donate money to them?
No, or do you think they should? It's their fault that their parents didn't love them.
What?
Am I wrong?
I almost went to the foster care system.
Did you know I was almost aborted?
Oh wow.
Dude. Maybe not that far, but I definitely was almost put up for adoption, at least. But it as someone who was almost in that situation, I think that those kids should work harder to get adopted.
What?
Work harder.
There's so many kids
look cuter or something.
Look cuter? What?
What?
Why can you tell?
I'm only spitting facts, okay?
Okay, but what if they're older? They can't really do anything about it.
Well, it's their fault for not getting adopted when they were young.
But what if they just got into the system when they're older? Like their parents died and they were already a teenager, and now they can't get because people use it like babies.
Well, if that case happened, then I think that they should just wait until they're 18 and go live their own life.
Without any parents?
Well,
Yeah,
we
they
can
kind
have
of
like the orphanage and social workers.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, dude, all I need in life is social workers. But yeah, I'd move to Australia and just do nothing with my money.
Wow.
I'd probably just buy a ton of like recording equipment, a ton of microphones and cameras, and just make videos and movies.
I'll probably not really use my phone. I talk to my dogs.
I think this is the first podcast ever recorded with someone walking their dog.
Yeah, I have a lot of chores since my just me, my mom, and my sister.
Mm-hmm.
So, the dad things that dads do.
Yeah.
I do those.
So you're the dad of the house?
I wouldn't say dad, but I'm just the dude of the house, I guess.
You know, if you don't want to talk about this, is okay. But I'm kind of interested in this sort of social concept. But how would you say not having a full dad around has affected you in the way you've grown up?
Well, not having like a dad around just kind of made me really independent. And my dad, he tries to be there, but he's not here. He like wants me to talk to him and stuff sometimes, but thing is, I've grown so far from him that I really can't ever connect with him again, and I resent him in some ways for things that he did, like leaving, So I just think it made me stronger, more independent overall.
That's sort of like Aidan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, okay, I think I might say it might be the way around. Like, especially when I was younger, I was more. I guess I could say I was more like dependent on any male, some sort of father figure that I had.
You looked up to male figures in your life more?
What?
You're saying you looked up to male figures in your life more because you didn't really have a father figure around?
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I mainly it really was mostly my like my grandpa.
Your
Like
grandpa?
grandpa, my uncle, and and then later. I mean, of course, I still had my stepdad, but it was kind of just different. We're kind of was just two different people. So, but
Do you feel
things.
there's a disconnect between step kid and step parent? Like it's just harder to connect with a step parent?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, even if you're like separated from another parent for like 9 or 10 years, like I was, it's still kind of hard to connect back with that one because things are so different.
Would you say you and your father have a good relationship now, Aiden?
Oh yeah, love all the time. It's just always. I mean, it just would never be the same as if he was there for those 10 years. Because things that always be different. I mean, you can still tell that things are. I mean, no matter what you do, some things will always just still be awkward there.
Yeah.
You kind of gotta find things past that.
Well, hey, that's good on you guys for sort of being able to find yourselves a bit more without that father figure always constantly being in your lives. I think that actually I don't know where I'm going, so I'm not even going to continue because I'll probably just say something controversial and then get canceled by the thousands of Tia's fans that will flock to this video. So Tia.
How is okay?
Oh, Aiden, you can
Okay, I was just gonna ask because I hate it, but how has quarantine affected you?
Oh gosh, at the beginning it was really boring because my mom was super like no people over, but now she's becoming Like, she's let me have some more people over and hang out with people.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. How about you
Well,
guys?
COVID-19's fake, so I'm not really worried about anything.
Oh my gosh. You know what?
You think it's
Aiden just left the call. Okay, he's back.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm so tired of people saying that because that's all I hear from my stepfather. He calls it the scamdemic.
The scamdemic.
Scamdemic, yeah, and it's just it's all just nobody. He says nobody's actually died from it, and
Yeah.
it's just and it's just something to get like Joe Biden elected.
Joe
And
Biden.
the thing is, I get so fed up with it because he has to tell every person he meets about the scamdemic.
I have a question.
So
Yeah.
Isn't like Joe Biden like really creepy or something? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
with
know,
like young girls. Yes,
and he
to
said
kind
if
of
you
date.
don't vote for Joe Biden and you're black, then you're not black anymore.
he said that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
But
know
okay,
that.
honestly, I don't like Joe. He is a weirdo.
Do you like
Um
Bernie?
oh,
And he's kind of
I
funny
definitely
with all.
choose Bernie over any
Yeah,
of the
I
other
would
ones.
choose Bernie.
I'd give him my financial support anytime.
But I definitely think we need Joe in the office more than Trump.
Yes.
I feel like so Trump's just too politically active. Joe Biden, I just feel like if he's in office, he won't do anything at all. He'll just kind of just sit there. And honestly, I feel like that's what our country needs. Just it needs a couple years of just
Just the guy to
peace.
sit there.
Yeah, we just need a couple years of peace, you know? Just not a president just making weird laws that people hate. Um I really liked Andrew Yang, but he dropped out, so then I was kind of like, well, hopefully Bernie will get in, but since he's kind of a third party, he's not Democratic or Republican, he's not going to make it, and so he got kind of booted out. And he'll probably die before the next election, so I doubt we'll ever get Bernie in office. But you know, it's okay. You know, we need to focus on improvement of quality of life. That's what I think we really need to work on, not just politicians getting money by making trade deals with Afghanistan, but instead just improving the quality of life for everyone.
Yeah. Well, I don't like Trump, so for a lot of reasons.
Well, I feel like I don't think anyone really likes Trump. I think people are just kind of mesmerized by the power he holds, and
He does have a lot of power.
he's trying to give himself more and more
All,
power.
he wants all the power.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with wanting all the power. If I was president, I'd want all the power, and I'd try and take away the judicial branch of government and federal branch of government. I just want the executive branch that I was the leader of if I was president, and I would make every single law. I think I'd be
That's
a
like
really good
not,
president.
that's literally like monarchy or tyrannical.
Yeah, he'd be
No,
tyrannical.
Donald Trump is tyrannical. I would be a good president that just got rid of the government.
Then what would you do? Would you just like?
That wouldn't be a government. That wouldn't be a president. That would be a king, and that would be your people. That's like no government. That's basically chaos. You're asking for chaos.
No, we still have law, but we just don't
Who's
have
gonna
as
enforce it?
much support of the law.
Who's
That's what
gonna
we
enforce the
need.
law?
Well, who would enforce the people are asking for the defunding of police, so who's going to enforce the law if that happens?
Well, first of all, the reason they're asking for defunding of police is because the police are not doing their jobs. They are targeting like black lives, and it's just the police system is really corrupt at the moment. So they need to reform it to be better.
I think the police has always been kind of corrupt.
The police have always been
They've always been.
it's I think that we need to just privatize police. Businesses, instead of calling just cops if something something small gets stolen, just have like a little bit higher power security guards. because the reason police are able to do so much of the stuff they are able to do is because it's incredibly hard to take a lawsuit against a police precinct or a specific police officer, and so they can just get away with most things because it's really hard to sue them. But
True.
if they had privatized police just for businesses and stuff, then it would be really easy if they abused their power to hold a lawsuit against them. Um, but we can move on from politics because it can be a sensitive subject and get a lot of people canceled. And I want this to help Tia gain some fans and get her fans to like her a little bit more. So I've been doing a lot of talking, and I told Aidan that this would be his podcast to shine. So you have anything else you'd want to ask Tia?
Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't even, because I kind of just like left the call because you said the pandemic was fake, and I just got tired of hearing that. But what have you been doing like during quarantine? Just
Hanging out with friends, hanging out with my girlfriends. I became really close with my sister. We're like best friends now. That's cool.
that's cool.
Don't you
I
think
think
it's
I
kind of
did-
cringe to be friends with your sibling?
No, actually, my sister's like really mature now. Like, she's almost 13. I turned 16 in like next week.
Mm-hmm.
We're like pretty close in age.
Are you gonna invite Aidan and I to like a birthday celebration for you?
If I don't know if I'm, but we could probably hang out around my birthday.
Aw, yeah.
Um,
Tia, do you believe in ghosts?
I actually don't know because sometimes people just mess with you. Sometimes if you look at real and stuff, so I don't know.
Do you have any personal supernatural stories?
Yes.
Really? Elaborate.
Yeah. So like a little bit ago, like a week or two, I went with my friend Kenzie and Yong, and we went to like abandoned houses. We went to two. We went to this abandoned building, and we went there. It was like we thought we heard something, and it was just like it was like a bridge above, like it was a really tall building with a bridge and like building, and it's like an enclosed bridge, and we heard like rustling. We were just thinking it's probably a deer or something, but it sounded really weird, so we just ran and left. But the next house we went to, when we got to the house, we went inside, and it was like falling apart. Like this place had no back wall, and there was an upstairs. And I was standing beside the stairs. Like, me and my friend were standing beside the stairs. And I was like, gosh, it's scary in here. And then my friend started breathing really, really hard all of a sudden. I was like, I looked at her. And then I realized the breathing was not coming from her. It was coming from up the stairs that I was about to go up. And we
whoa.
ran. We bolted. I was like, dude, that's not you. As we were running, I was like, that's not you breathing, was it? She was like, no. Like, there was something up there. And it didn't sound like human or animal. It sounded weird.
Dude, that is kind of creepy.
My heart skipped a beat there.
Dude, can I narrate over it in a Chills voice? Number 15. 3 teenagers go to an abandoned house in the woods. One of the teenagers heard a breathing she thought was coming from one of her friends. She looked beside her and realized that it wasn't from her friend. It was coming from up the stairs. The teenagers jolted.
Let me know what you think about this in the comments below.
I really don't know what to make of this. I am so scared.
I hate you.
Okay, we've been recording for 35 minutes. We can start to wrap things up. Thank you for coming on the podcast, Tia, even though we had to force you to download Discord and call you like 1,000 times to get you here.
It's okay.
But no, we really appreciate it, and we're going to appreciate all the shout-outs you do on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, just everything. Even your Twitter that you don't use. So,
how do you know I have Twitter?
Because I'm pretty active on it.
How did you find my Twitter?
Because other people from the school follow you.
Wait, really? I deleted Twitter like a week ago.
Well, you should re-download it and make a post.
Okay. Well, it was nice talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you.
Thank you for coming on, and I'm going to kick you out of the call now.
Bye.
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 All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Aidan and Logan from LoCast, and we will talk to you guys next week. Aidan, do you have a message to say before we go?
Foot lettuce.